What's up, you guys? It's Levi here. Man, September really flew by so fast that I'm just now putting out my video on the top ransomware of August 2020. Don't worry, I didn't forget about it. It just took me way longer than usual to put this video out. But it is here. So as usual, in August of 2020, there were tons and tons of ransomware cases impacting various organizations of different sizes, different locations in the world, and different types of organizations. Some organizations that you guys may have heard of that have been impacted by ransomware in August 2020 are Jack Daniels and Canon, and today we are going to be talking about a ransomware case that impacted Carnival Cruise Line Corporation. I'm going to be talking about what happened in this situation and most importantly, what you guys can learn from this situation. If you guys want to learn more about ransomware, I have a video that talks about everything you guys need to know about ransomware. I'll post the link down below in the description. Check that out to learn everything you need to know about ransomware. And also make sure if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Alright, so Carnival Cruise Line is the world's largest cruise line operator. You could say they're very good at cruising. Baby, you're a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise. Okay, maybe not that type of cruising, but you get the point, right? Anyway, they have 150,000 employees. They have about 600 different ships that they operate, and they generally have 13 million guests annually. Generally, they're really good at cruising, but because of this whole coronavirus situation thing this year, obviously the business is not going very well for them. People don't want to cruise during the coronavirus situation. Alright, so Carnival Cruise Line had an 8K document posted on their investor relations page on their website to inform their investors of a major incident, and that would be this ransomware incident. That 8K document contains the following about the ransomware incident. On August 15th, 2020, Carnival Corporation and Carnival PLC detected a ransomware attack that accessed and encrypted a portion of one brand's information technology systems. The unauthorized access also included the download of certain of our data files. Promptly upon its deletion of the security event, the company launched an investigation and notified law enforcement and engaged legal counsel and other incident response professionals. While the investigation of the incident is ongoing, the company has implemented a series of containment and remediation measures to address this situation and reinforce the security of its information technology systems. The company is working with industry-leading cybersecurity firms to immediately respond to the threat, defend the company's information technology systems, and conduct remediation based on its preliminary assessment and on the information currently known, in particular that the incident occurred in a portion of the brand's information technology systems. The company does not believe the incident will have a material impact on its business operations or financial results. Nonetheless, we expect that the security event included unauthorized access to personal data of guests and employees, which may result in potential claims from guests, employees, shareholders, or regulatory agencies. Although we believe that no other information technology systems of the other company's brands have been impacted by this incident, based upon our investigation to date, there can be no assurance that other information technology systems of the other company's brands will not be adversely affected. Alright, so you can see that there wasn't a lot of information given about the attack in that 8K document, and there was a lot of complicated details in that document, so let me break that down and super simplify this for you. Alright, so basically in summary, the incident happened on August 15th of 2020. Carnival Cruise Line is working with investigators to figure out what caused the issue. They're working on recovering their systems that were impacted by the issue. They contained the spread, so it's no longer spreading, and there was likely data stolen on guests and employees. But I forgot to include up here that they're not projecting that this ransomware attack will cause a major material impact on their business. So basically they're saying this issue is not a big deal for their business. Alright, so I held off on doing this video because I wanted to see if there was going to be more information released on this case. Here we are, 45 plus days past the August 15th day of the ransomware, and there still isn't any more information about this case. So I had to release this video because it's the end of September and I wanted to get it out there to you guys. But unfortunately there's no more information, but we have some things to conclude that we'll be talking about later that you guys can learn from. Alright, so they state that this is very little impact to their business. It's probably not going to cause a huge problem for their business. And I have to say, because of the whole coronavirus situation that they're going through right now, it probably really is not a big impact to their business. Honestly, because their business is already shut down because of the coronavirus situation, this was probably one of the best times that their organizations can be smashed with this ransomware. Just like you guys should be smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Oh, I always gotta include that in there. But anyway, since their business wasn't running in the first place, or it was running on a very low level because of the coronavirus, this was probably one of the best times to get ransomware, if there's going to be a good time to get ransomware. Obviously, you never want to get ransomware, but this is one of the best times for them to get ransomware if they had to get it. But the thing that you guys should be thinking about in this case is ransomware isn't just about the files getting encrypted and users not being able to access those files or access those systems on the corporate network. There's also another piece to ransomware where hackers are commonly now going and stealing those files off the network and then threatening organizations to pay a ransom, or those files will get released publicly. And those files can have sensitive information that can cause lawsuits. They can cause secret information about the company to be released that could harm the company. All bad things, right? That's something that you guys have to be aware of, is even if you have backups to be able to recover your files, there's always that threat that information can be stolen off the network and held ransom against you as well. That could be harmful to you and or your organization. It's likely that Carnival had backups, or they must have paid the ransom in this situation, because it seemed like they were able to recover quickly. But there's always that factor of worrying about data getting stolen off your network and being used against you. But the thing is, even though Carnival likely had data stolen off of their network, they had very little to worry about, because they had already disclosed previously this year on a Bleeping Computer article from March 2020 that they had data stolen off of their network sometime in the range of April 11th, 2019 to July 23rd, 2019. So likely a lot of this information was already stolen off of their network. So the impact from this ransomware case itself was likely very, very little, because a lot of that data had already been stolen in the first place in the last breach that they had. Alright, so yeah, you can see this company's had a really, really rough time this year. They've had this whole Rona situation that has pretty much shut down their company because people don't want to go cruising. And then they have that data breach that was reported back in March, and then they have this ransomware case that came up. Alright, so now we get to the critical part of how did this organization get this ransomware in the first place? Well, according to a tweet from Bad Packets, a cybersecurity intelligence firm, Carnival had multiple Citrix servers vulnerable to a major security flaw that had updates available for it months earlier this year. For those of you guys that don't know, Citrix is generally used as an application that people can use to remote into their organization's network while they're working from home or working remotely. And it allows them to connect into their organization's network and act as if they were on their organization's network, as if they were actually physically at their organization. And this is essential with this whole Rona situation and people working from home. Most organizations have something like this set up so that people can work from home and get the work done that they need from at home. Alright, so while Carnival never released what actually caused the attack, because we know that Carnival has these Citrix servers and that there was a major vulnerability published out there months ago that these Citrix servers need to be patched or something like this can happen, we can only assume that Carnival did not update those Citrix servers, and that is why they got the ransomware. So, the key learning point for you guys in this situation is to make sure that you guys are updating your devices and your software on your network, whether it's at an individual level at home, that you're updating your phone, your computer, and all of your other devices. When you see that notification on your device that says updates are available, you need to smash that update button immediately. Don't wait on that update. Just go ahead and smash that update button like you guys should be smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And then not only that, you should be going and updating devices such as your routers at home as well that aren't necessarily going to tell you there's an update unless you go looking for those updates. If you're involved in IT or you're in leadership in an organization, you need to make sure that your organization is updating its devices and software. Because at an organizational level and a personal level, if you're not applying these updates as soon as possible when they come out, ransomware is more likely to happen to you, just like in this Carnival case, where it likely happened to them because they did not update their devices. So, make sure you are updating as quickly as possible to save your buns from ransomware. Alright, the last key point that I want you guys to take away from this video is that you can be impacted by ransomware no matter the size of your organization, what type of organization you are, or where you're at in the world. If you have a connection to the internet, you can get ransomware. I have plenty of examples of organizations of all different sizes, of all different types, of all different locations in my previous ransomware videos. Check those videos out down below in the description so you guys can learn more about those and so that you guys can take actions to protect yourselves so that you guys do not get ransomware. Also, make sure that you're taking actions such as sharing this video with as many people as possible, smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hitting that notification bell. All of these actions help promote this content on YouTube so more people like you can see this content, and hopefully more people can learn from this content and help protect themselves from getting ransomware, because ultimately I want to get rid of this ransomware crap so you guys can have an enjoyable life, and so the hackers, or what we like to call the pirates on this channel, no longer make money off of this crap and have to go get a real job. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.